1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mike Henning here, coming today with the old song Buffalo Gals in the key of A. Got my capo on the 2nd fret. We're going to be thinking in the key of G, but sounding the key of A. This is a great old song. Again, if you're a beginner and you're looking for maybe a quick win, learning this basic melody would be really good. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to take the basic melody for the second solo, spice it up, and make it sound like bluegrass. This is something that I struggled with a lot when I first started, and I know a lot of other beginners struggle with, is they'll either know the basic melody and they don't know how to make it sound like bluegrass, or vice versa. They'll know the bluegrass style solo, but they don't know how to take out the kind of the ornaments and maybe just play the basic melody if the song gets faster or something like that. So that's what we're going to work on for this song. Learning the basic melody, and then how do we spice up that basic melody to make it sound like bluegrass. Classic kind of must-know stuff if you want to play bluegrass guitar. I'll break down both the solos note for note and then kind of go over some backup you can do for the song. The chords are pretty short. It's actually just 4 measures long, but it's a really good practice looping if you want to work on your strumming, or practice getting into your solo from backup, which is another thing a lot of people struggle with. We'll work on that as well. All right, enough talking. Let's start breaking down Buffalo Gals in the key of A. Here we go. Do that a few times. 1, 2, 3. A little faster. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so measure 1 is just going to be a pickup, and we're going to count 1, 2, 3, and then on beat 4 we're going to play the open D string. Remember, I've got my capo on the 2nd fret. I'm referring to the notes relative to my capo. So open 4 string. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to play a bunch of downstrokes. We're going to do the open 3rd string twice. Open 2nd string. And then 3rd fret with your 3rd finger, your ring finger, on the 2nd string. So you have... And then we go all the way up to the high E string. Keep your ring finger down if you can. And then you go back down, take it off. So we kind of go up the notes and then back down. And they're all quarter notes until the last note of measure 3 is a half note. So you have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you're having trouble hearing that half note timing, if you're just a beginner, play the note twice. And then just take the second one out, and you can even make the motion, just don't hit the string. Okay, so that's the opening melody line. If you get that, you actually have a good section of it down. So just practice that a few more times. It's also good practice to see if you can keep this finger down, right? Instead of just lifting it up and then having to put it right back down. Small thing, but it'll help you when you're playing faster. The other thing that that's going to do is it's going to help you build a good technique to where you want to have this note down and you want to be able to get the other strings around it to ring out, right? So I can have this note down, right? And I'm not muting that, right? So if you take that finger off every time, you don't really get to ever test that angle. You could be back like this, right? And you can make it work if you take your finger off. But if you keep your finger down, see, it helps you build that good technique. And then we go right back to it, so you're also not creating more work for yourself. And then we have a little response lick. You're going to put your ring finger back on that 3rd fret. And then 1st fret, 2nd string. And then 2nd finger, 2nd fret of the 3rd string. It's kind of like a little D7 lick. You have... Same timing as measure 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we actually go back and play measure 3 and measure 5 are the same. So you play that little lick. And now you play open high E string, 3rd fret. So a couple other little technique things is, see how I'm kind of keeping my ring finger hovering over these 3rd frets? I'm kind of staying in this position rather than moving around a lot. It's, again, a small thing, but if you're doing all these little micro movements of where I'm going here, and then I'm going back down, and then I'm moving back up, you can see like how much more my hand's moving. If I can just keep my hand in this position. Right, my left hand really doesn't need to move at all once I've got it set there. So that's what I would focus on for that. And same timing, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we actually played the opening melody again, so we go. So just no pickup there. So we come out of measure 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we start it over. And then right here we play the open string twice. So pretty similar to measure 3, we just changing the rhythm slightly. Instead of, now we're going. Remember, all downstrokes up to this point. We haven't used any upstrokes yet. And then a little ending lick, we're going to go. So kind of just a different little ending response. 3rd fret on the 2nd string twice. 1st fret, 2nd fret on the 3rd string, open G. Relative to your capo, right? So that ending sounds like this. That's the opening melody, kind of like the A part. Let's play the whole thing. Here we go. Okay. Then measure 9 is a whole note, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Use that time to put your ring finger, your 3rd finger, up on the 3rd fret of the high E string. This is where we're going to use our first down up stroke. So good rhythm practice in this basic melody. Then we're going to do like a little descending line. I'll play without the alternate rhythm first. We're going to go 3 on the high string, 2, open, and then 3rd fret on the 2nd string. So kind of walking down those notes. So that'd be kind of like it's in its simplest form. And what we're going to do is we're just going to do a little bit of down-up picking. We're going to go down-up. So I'm just grabbing that string on an upstroke now. And then. So this would be good rhythm practice. Again, if you're a beginner, try it with all downs. Try it with down-ups on all of them. And then practice adding them where you want. You could do. That'd be as written. You could also do. So you can start to come up with little variations that's not really changing the melody once you get that rhythm stuff down. So all I'm doing is adding those upstrokes where appropriate. That'd be all up and downs. That's as written. And then we actually play the response from the A part. So we have. So you really just have to learn that first measure 10, and then the rest of it is actually the same. Now we play that same lick. Now same ending. Another thing kind of about these fiddle tunes that you can remember is that a lot of times like the ending little lick from the A part and the B part will be the same. So, not always, but again, it's a good way to kind of try and organize the song in your mind. Okay, that ending is the same part for each time. So maybe I focus on that so where I really nail that ending every time, and now I've got it for both parts down, right? Kind of how you organize a song in your head can be really important. Maybe not as much when it's like your first couple songs, but after you've learned 20 songs or 50 songs, again, kind of organizing it in your head is really important. So it's not just this totally new random song you have to learn. It's, okay, that part sounds like this other song, or the ending from each part is the same. Again, if you can make those little connections in your mind, it's just going to help you organize the song. So let's play that whole B part. Not too different. Really, you just have to learn that very first part. want to practice, you can also go back up and like do more alternate picking on the A part. Sometimes kind of just practicing filling up that melody with alternate picking could be good practice as well. Again, it's not how I wrote it, and it's not technically the melody, but it's good to take a little melody like that and create your own little practice exercise where I'm practicing adding those alternate picking. Right, so again, it's just good practice to get your right hand moving a little bit. Let's play that B part one more time. Here we go. All right, so now for solo 2, let's look at how do we convert that basic melody and make it sound a little bit more like bluegrass.